Hi guys, Maikeru here. This will be my top 10 distractions and diversions in Runescape. This will consist of some daily ones, some weekly ones and some monthly ones. Remember that this top 10 is just my opinion. Your opinion might be different to mine, but this is just my top 10. I'll show video footage of some of the distractions and diversions I feature. I'll show footage of all the top 5, but I can't show footage for every single one because the video will be too long. If you'd like to see a guide on any particular distraction and diversion, please let me know in the comments below. Let's get into this. Quickly, before I speak about the top 10, I just want to talk about D&D reset tokens. You get these D&D reset tokens from the treasure hunter. There's 3 different types. Daily reset tokens fully reset your daily D&D of your choice and are the most common to get from treasure hunter. Weekly reset tokens fully reset any weekly D&D and are the uncommon ones to get from treasure hunter. Monthly reset tokens completely reset any monthly D&D and are rare to get from the treasure hunter. Reset tokens can really help with getting extra XP or rewards from your distractions and diversions. I used a lot of the daily ones that I've obtained on GUTHIXIAN caches, one going for 99 divination, and it helped a lot. The monthly ones are just insane if you use it on something like statues. I thought I'd mention these as they're a really good tool to use if you have any laying around in the bank that you've got from the treasure hunter. At number 10 we have the RUNE GOLDBERG machine. This is a daily D&D and it can help you make some decent money every day using runes to make viswags. This daily D&D's only requirement is to be able to access the rune crafting guild, because that is where this distraction and diversion is located. A rune crafting guild requires 50 rune crafting. You will need to have certain runes and you will use these runes in the machine in order to get viswags from it. Every day the runes change and we can use useful forum posts and friends chats to help us. There's a link in the description about the FC's forum post and you can join the friends chat viswags FC. In the name of the friends chat, it will give you different abbreviations for the runes that are good today. Use the runes that it says in this friends chat, make your viswags with these runes and you'll get as much money as possible. Usually you can profit around 400 to 500k a day, which is really awesome. So this is why I've mentioned this as one of the top 10 distraction and diversions, as it's just such good money. The viswags doesn't even have to be sold on the GE, you can use it for many useful things as well, such as extending auras or extending daily challenges. It's really useful all round. Number 9 we have Penguin Hide and Seek. This is a weekly distraction and diversion and can help make some decent amount of XP in any skill you choose every week. You will have to speak to Larry first about penguin hunting in RD Zoo to be able to spot the penguins. The penguins can be disguised as different objects all around the world. You will be able to spot 10 different penguins every week. After completing Hunt for the Red Rack Tuber and Some Like It Cold quest, you can also spot a polar bear and a Shadow Realm penguin on top of these 10. You can join the friends chat World 60 Pengs, and this friends chat will help you with different locations of different penguins that have been spotted around and about. This is just a nice easy way to get some free XP. Even if you don't do it actively, you spot penguins out and about all the time and it's just free XP. Definitely worth number 9. At number 8 we have BALTHAZAR'S Big Top Bonanza. This is a weekly distraction and diversion and can help make some decent amount of XP gains in agility, range and magic every week. No requirements are needed for this, but the location changes every week and I'll include a link in the description where you can find out the location of the circus each week. You will also score points for each performance and you can get some really nice looking outfits as rewards from this. My personal favourite outfit from here is the Ringmaster outfit. Doing emotes in between tricks increases your performance points and gives you more chance at the higher outfits like Ringmaster. The higher level you are, the less you'll fail, so the more XP you'll get every time you do this. But at all levels the XP is actually really good, especially in agility. Any free agility XP, sign me up. At number 7 we have the Wilderness Warbands. This is a D&D you can do every 7 hours and can help make you get some really good amounts of XP in farming, construction, herb lore, mining or smithing. There are no requirements for this except having to go to the wilderness and help kill a camp of monsters. You have a chance to be PK'd in the wilderness, so the higher combat you are, the better it is. You will be able to survive and fight better, along with a familiar you can take and store food in, and that will increase your chances of surviving and doing well in warbands. You can loot a total of 25 supplies per camp, but can also gain more from killing players, but you cannot store any supplies in familiars, so the maximum amount of supplies you can get is 28. There are a ton of different warbands friends chats. Some are private that you have to apply for and get accepted, but some are public. One of the public ones that I know of is 1849. Typically the private friends chats are much better, but the public ones work too. So if you just want to try it out, you can join that friends chat and just see what it's all about. At number 6 we have Familiarisation. This is a distraction and diversion you can do every week, and it gives you a buff for triple charm drops for up to 40 minutes. There are no requirements for this, but having certain quests unlocked allow you to access more obelisks, and that will help make sure you can participate in this event whenever it comes around every 2 hours. No matter what obelisk it randomly chooses. It always picks one obelisk at random, but some can be in places that are quest zone areas. So having certain quests unlocked really help. I'll leave a link in the description about this distraction and diversion and where all the obelisks are, etc. All you gotta do is go to pick up Sticks in Tavali. He will tell you where that random obelisk is. You'll have to go find that random obelisk and enter this minigame via there. When you enter, you'll go into a spirit plane as a random familiar. You'll collect spirit shards while having to dodge spirits that hunt you down and drain your mental energy. The maximum amount of spirit shards you can get is 60, and that will give you that 40-minute buff, but anything less will just give you less of a buff. That 40-minute buff can really help if you're training your summoning. It gives you 3 times the amount of charms, so going somewhere like Water Fiends just makes this buff absolutely insane for Crimsons. This is a really good weekly distraction and diversion that gives you so many extra charms, it's unreal. Now we're getting into the top 5. At number 5 we have the Big CHINCHOMPA. This is a D&D you can do twice every day, and it can give you a good amount of Hunter XP along with points that you can spend. The Big CHINCHOMPA starts at XX30 every hour, so it would start at 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, etc. It's always at the 30 of every hour. There is no requirements for this, but the minigame can spawn at different random locations. One requires Regicide to access, the rest are able to get to without a quest. All you gotta do is go to the Tree Gnome Stronghold and take the portal in Mileki's house, then you'll be teleported to the Big CHINCHOMPA. You can get a maximum of 1.5 thousand points here. The reward people use their points on are the private Grenwall ticket. These private Grenwall tickets allow you to have your own Grenwall location that's private to anyone else. This leads to more XP an hour in Hunter because no one's stealing your Grenwalls, and people can also use the tickets on extra Hunter XP. It's 5 XP per ticket, so you can get a maximum of 7,500 XP extra per time you do this minigame if you want to go for the XP rather than the ticket. I personally love this minigame because this helped me get 99 Hunter. Without the Grenwall tickets it would have been much harder for me to get 99. I used protein traps in that area and it was just absolutely amazing for XP, and it was completely AFK because I was using protein traps. Just made the whole leveling experience of Hunter much better. Once you're in the Tree Gnome Stronghold, just run down. On the minimap there's a Hunter icon and that's where we have to go. We need to go up the stairs where the Hunter's icon is. Once we're up here we have to go through this golden portal, and then it spawns us where the daily D&D will spawn. So if we just wait a minute and then it will spawn at past. Right, once it spawns you just have to enter the hole. Once you're down the hole you want to catch all the moths you can find. But if you go to the corner and pick up Protea flowers, these will help attract moths here and there, so it will automatically give you a moth in your jar here and there. So you just run round, you keep looking out for any moths, and if these branches are shaking they also give you moths. So if we just run round quickly, there's a moth over here and there's a shaking branch. So we check the shaking branch and we get a moth, then we can catch all the moths that are flying around. Once your jar's full at 15 out of 15, if you put on your Yatui stick, if you have it, when you enter your moths you'll get XP, so if you're wearing your Yatui stick it'll give you bonus XP. Then you can switch back to the Protea flowers so you can keep getting the moths, and you just keep switching back to your Yatui stick to get the 5% bonus when you turn the moths in. The only time you get XP in this minigame is when you turn moths in. One whole game of Big CHINCHOMPA will take anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes. At number 4 we have Troll Invasion. This is a D&D you can do once a month, and it gives you a really good XP book that you can do for any skill. There are no requirements for this minigame, but lower combat players usually choose to help repair rather than help fight. Help repair is a slower way of doing it than fighting, but if you're at a low combat, that's the best way to do it. Players with a good combat level will be able to do the start fighting option and it will be quicker than the help repair option. If you're fighting the trolls, you will have to fight 20 waves the first time, but then forever after you can do the 7 wave fight on the hard difficulty, but it really isn't that hard at all. You can start this minigame in Bertha speaking to Captain Jute north of the Warriors Guild. To get to Troll Invasion, just run up from the lodestone and the Captain Jute is right here. I typically start fighting, so I'll just start fighting now. I've already done it before, so I only have 7 waves, so I'll quickly speed up these 7 waves just to show you what you're in for. Then once you're done, you'll get given the reward book and you always get a key token, which is awesome, so you can claim your key token, get a spin on the treasure hunter, and with your reward book you can put it in any skill you want. So I always just put it in agility because I don't really like that skill. So now I've got 77.6k agility XP for being level 99. It scales with your levels, so you might not get 77k, you might get a bit less if you're lower, but it's still really good XP for your level. Number 3, we have God Statues. This is a D&D you can do once a month again and gives a really good amount of XP in construction and then your choice of Slayer or Prayer, or a bit of both. There are no requirements for this minigame, but an extra 5th statue in Prifddinas will be able to be helped construct once you've done Plague's End. You can start helping by talking to Copernicus Glyph in one of the following locations: east of the Northern Bridge in Lumbridge, slightly southeast of the Canifis Lodestone, southeast of the Yanil Lodestone just south of Yanil, Northern Tavali just southeast of the Stone Circle. The westernmost platform in Prifddinas obviously requires Plague's End to get there. I'll quickly show you a video of all these locations and a quick rundown of how you help build the statue. For God Statues, once you're in Bertha, you can run down. Once you're here, you can talk to your Copernicus Glyph. Build scaffold with this guy. You can choose one of the following scaffolds. Some give Prayer, some give Slayer. So I always just do Slayer because I like the extra experience in Slayer. You always get construction no matter what. So for this, he says the highest needs to be up to 4 and then the lowest is 2. And we need to use 16 pieces. So that means if we just do random ones for now, we can't have any higher than 4. So we definitely need 1 at 4 and we definitely need 1 at 2. The rest can just be filled in as you please, as long as they don't go different to these numbers. Then when we press his face, he'll tell us what's right and what's wrong. So as you can see, the first column for me is correct. Last column is correct. But this one's wrong, so it either needs to go up or down. So if we push this down and push this up, we can give it another try. Now it's right, but these are wrong. So these ones need to be switched around and then we've got it. All you got to do is this for every single statue. I'll show you where the statues are, but I'll speed up the process of me actually building the statues. Once you've built your statue, you can pray at it. If it's Slayer, you have to kill a mob. If it's Prayer, you just get Prayer XP for praying. Once you killed the mob, you get your Slayer XP. Then it's off to the next one. So from Lumbridge you want to go to the North Bridge, so not this one but the next one, close to Combat Academy. You go over this bridge and you can see that you can build the scaffolding over here. Do the exact same thing as you did before. You can choose Prayer or Slayer XP, it's up to you. Next up in Canifis, you can build your scaffold literally right next to the lodestone. Next up we have Yanil. If you run south of the lodestone and just underneath Yanil, we can now build our scaffold with this guy as well. So this scaffolding is going to give Prayer XP, so if I just pray at it, it gives me the Prayer XP. Same XP as you would get in Slayer. The last statue is in Prif. If you just run pure west, you'll get there. And then you just build your scaffold with the last one. And that's it, that's all the statues. That's 85,000 Slayer XP for me and 170,000 construction XP. That's just insane. Every month, just loads of free XP. Definitely one of my favourite D&Ds to do every month. At number 2 is the GUTHIXIAN cache. This is a D&D you can do twice a day and you can obtain really easy and good divination XP. The times for this are every hour on the hour. You can also obtain a GUTHIXIAN cache buff every 3rd hour as well. There are no requirements for this minigame, although when low level you are limited. Level 1 unlocks tiny memories and ancient automatons that all give 1 point each. Level 45 unlocks raw memories and confused automatons that give 2 points each. Level 85 unlocks large memories and enraged automatons that both give 3 points. You can get a maximum of 100 points here, giving you the most XP reward, and this becomes easier and easier to obtain at higher levels, obviously because the higher level stuff gives you more points. All you got to do at cache time, the colony will open up, you just got to right click it and enter cache. When you're in there, you can do one of two things. You can collect memories, and as you can see, I'm collecting the memories and just running to dunk them in the middle. Surge is really good here because you can surge over the automatons so you don't get hit. Plus it speeds up how fast you are. After doing a certain amount of memories, you can get the 2x multiplier. With that active, every memory you dunk will give 2 times the normal amount of XP. The other thing you can do is use an immunity buff. This immunity buff allows you to just run through the automatons very easily and they won't hurt you and knock the energy out of your hand. The other thing you can do is turn into a Krez. When in a Krez you can subdue the automatons, and when you've subdued enough automatons you also have a 2x multiplier buff you can do, and there's also another buff in the Krez form that allows you to subdue all Krez at once and give you lots of points. Typically you want to do a mixture of both, but you don't want to turn into a Krez if there's too many people already a Krez, because then it will be too hard to subdue and get points because everyone will be trying to do it. When there's a lot of Krezes you want to be dunking the memories because there won't be many automatons to hit you. And when there's not many, turn into a Krez, kill the automatons, and then you're in a Krez form for 1 minute. When you're out of that Krez form, you have a minute cooldown before you can turn into a Krez again, and then just keep dunking the memories until then. Once you get 100 points, you can leave early, which is always nice. If you don't get 100 points, when the time is up, you'll be teleported out of the cache. You'll get XP for the amount of points you already have. Once outside, if you've done it on a 3rd hour, you'll get the GUTHIXIAN cache buff. This buff has a 10% chance to deposit all of your memories at once when you're depositing them. This is really effective if you want to try and train some divination after the cache. This buff also gives you a chance to 2x loot from divine locations, so people sometimes go to World 2 Birth Up after this to farm some divine locations. Number 1, and personally my favourite D&D, is Sinkholes. This is a D&D you can do twice a day, but you can do it twice in the same hour. So you just do one sinkhole, teleport back to the start of the sinkhole, enter, reform, and do it again. You can get really good dungeoneering XP and tokens from this. Sinkholes are every hour 30, so 130, 230, 330, etc. The sinkhole world is 134. You can get to a sinkhole by speaking to Talzar located in Daemonheim camp, who can teleport you straight there. You can join a party by speaking to Gorajo, Horde Stalker. While in world 134, a party is easy to find. Having higher combat can also be an advantage while in your party because you'll kill the mobs faster. Once in the minigame, you compete against each other for points by doing one of the following things: exploring, combat, or skilling. Before you go to the sinkhole, make sure you're not wearing any items and you can use your ring to teleport to Daemonheim. Once you're at Daemonheim, you can just run towards the camp and see Talzar to teleport you to the sinkhole. Once you've teleported to the sinkhole location, you're going to want to hop to 134, wait till half past, and then the sinkhole will have spawned. While waiting, people tend to put down divine locations that you can harvest from. There's a bank box in the sinkhole, so you can always deposit before entering a dungeon party. If you haven't done this minigame before, once you enter the sinkhole, you can pick up one of the 3 armors on the side. Once you've got the armor once, you won't have to get it again. I use mage here and it seems to be the most effective. Then you just run through the doors like a normal dungeon, kill the monsters, pick up the combat totems, pick up the exploration totems. Try and kill all the monsters and get exploration totems before worrying about any skilling. Deposit the totems whenever you see a deposit box around. Skill once you can't find any more monsters or exploration tokens, or when you think everyone has the combat and exploration tokens. When skilling, you can have the ones with glowy orbs around them. That means you get 2 times the amount when skilling from them. You can always do these ones first because that will give you the most. Just try and get as many totems as you can and as many of the skilling items as you can. You'll be more likely to get a better prize if you come first. In the last room, you can use the cards you obtain from doing various things in the sinkhole. Each card does a different job. These cards are very useful in order to protect your chest or steal someone else's chest. Because I was first, I had my trading leech to swap it with the previous player, so if he ever stole my huge lamp, then I would just steal it right back. Then once you've got your reward from this last reward bit, if you teleport back to the sinkhole entrance, back down, enter another party, you'll be put back in another sinkhole, and that'll be your second sinkhole, and all of your sinkholes for the day done in one lockout. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a bit of a different video, doing a top 10. It's quite a long video, so if you stayed till the end, thank you so much. Give it a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. Again, you can feel free to join my friends chat, Maikeru, if you fancy a chat or if you just want to chill with a couple of people, and myself. Comment down below if you would like to tell me what you would want to see in the future, because I always enjoy people's input and I love making videos for you rather than myself, so whatever you want is what I want to make. Until next time, see you later.